Test one, two, test one, two, test one, two, test one, two. Good evening on this cold winter night. I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna hold. Excuse me. Just finished having my dinner. I'm gonna hold 30 seconds, and then we are going in with tonight's profile. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. On this third day of February, Black History Month. Tonight, we are going to learn about Ella Baker. She was a civil rights activist born in 1903 and departed on 1986. I'm going to be actually reading uh, a profile that an Escape did. They're a website and they do a whole article for this month, and they have some really good profiles there. So this one caught my eye the way that they wrote this one up. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. Ella Baker, civil rights activist, and then there's a quote: because she didn't let her gender keep her from defending her race. Proof that visibility is not necessary to make an impact. Ella Ella Baker is one of history's lesser known civil rights heroes, yet one of the most important. If Martin Luther King Jr. was the head of the civil rights movement, Ella Baker was its backbone. Born on December 13th, 1903, in Norfolk, Virginia, and raised in North Carolina, Baker cultivated her passion and desire for social justice at a young age. Her grandmother, who was a slave, once told her a story of being whipped for refusing to marry a man one of her slave owners chose, fueling Baker's desire for systematic change and justice for her people. In the 1940s, she developed a grassroots approach as an NAACP field secretary to gather and convince Black people of the group's message, a vision that holds true today, that a society of individuals can and should exist, quote, without discrimination based on race, end of quote. In 1957, Baker moved to Atlanta to keep King from keep to keep I'm sorry. In 1957, Baker moved to Atlanta to help King form the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, through which she facilitated protests, built campaigns, and ran a voter registration campaign called the Crusade for Citizenship. Baker did grow frustrated at the lack of gender equality within the group, and, and came close to quitting in 1960. But then, on February 1st, four Black college students sat at a lunch counter at Woolworth in Greensboro, North Carolina. After being denied service, they were asked to leave. Instead, they refused to leave, and a movement was born. A graduate of Shaw University in Raleigh, North Carolina, who during her time there often challenged university policies, Baker viewed young people as one of the strongest and most important aspects of the civil rights movement. Inspired by the courageous sit-ins, Baker laid the framework for the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, also known as the SNCC. SNCC became one of the most important organizations in American civil rights history because of its commitment to effecting change through freedom rides, and its particular emphasis on the importance of voting rights for African Americans. Baker earned the nickname Fundi. Fundi or Fundi? Which is Swahili for a person who teaches a craft to the next generation. As a dedicated change agent, Baker taught young people that their spirit was essential to the movement. As long as they had the audacity to dream of a better, equal, and brighter tomorrow through the means of relentless, peaceful protest and endurance, a fairer society awaited them. Baker died on January 13, 1986, on her 83rd birthday. And this article was written by Trudy Joseph and Callan Mathis. It's quite fitting that I find myself coming across, as I do my research during the day, I find myself coming across leaders and figures that speak so much to what's going on right now. I didn't even know that she had all this work when it came down to voting rights and equality and women's rights, given what's going on currently, right, with the voter suppression. Oh, let's not forget, though, if the alphabet people were up in the voting offices trying to collect the ballots and stuff like that. Drop a bomb on that. See, the more time passes, it seems like things keep regressing and nothing really changes, right? Or if these people have it their way. This is why it's so important. Next time, people my color and all shades in the sphere of mine, that you decide to not show out and come out to go vote. Oh, because it's just the midterms. Oh, I only vote for the president. Oh, well, my vote doesn't really count. Oh, what's the matter? Oh, no, I have other things to do. I have to go to work. You know, I can't go over there and do that thing. No, a mail-in ballot, what is that? No, my vote doesn't really count. Think of all these leaders who gave it their all so that we can have the right. So we can have the right, and then we choose to stay at home. Drop a bomb on that. We choose to stay at home. If a lot more people had showed up, we may not be in the situation that we're dealing with right now. Okay? If a lot more people would have thought, I literally know people who said their vote wouldn't count. Oh, it's so rigged anyway. My vote doesn't count. They already know who's going to win. Or the worst of them all was, I'm not voting for a woman. And let me not even start with Latinos for Trump. Okay? Anyway, we are doing these throughout the month. They're going to be quick. Just quick facts. I encourage everybody to do your own research, put these names on the AI and see what comes up, and go down the rabbit hole and learn about these leaders. They literally gave their all so that we could be here today and be able to communicate in this apparatus and be free and be able to walk outside. You know, there's a lot more work, and I think that given the history of slavery and how it broke down people and generations and families, and the systematic racism that continues to be embedded in the fabric of what it is to be America, okay, we owe it to to them and to ourselves to do our research, learn our history, carry on, and try to make a small change. All right. With that said, I will see you guys tomorrow with my next profile. This whole month is going to be nothing but excellence, Black excellence. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.